Doing Dmr A number 2. Our key concepts are still to work on how to divide by a fraction. Dividing a fraction means that you multiply the fraction by the reciprocal. Reciprocal is when you turn the fraction upside down. So the key, keep, change, flip. So let's put that into application. I'm going to keep 3/8. I'm going to change division to multiplication. Then I'm going to flip 1 over 2 to 2 over 1. You'll end up with 6 over 8. Now, the problem with this one is you are now showing me your intelligence. You are showing me what level you're at. 6 over 8 is not a simplified answer because they're both divisible by 2. I can reduce this. See, they're both even numbers. So this one would be reduced by 2. And the bottom, the denominator, will also be reduced by 2. So your final answer will be 3/4. Okay, so your answer, make sure that I can tell what's your answer. Circle it something. Key concept. Let's see if I can insert text here. Key concept will be key concept is dividing fractions. Let's see if it lets me type. Well, say the right thing. Dividing a fraction by another fraction is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. Keep, change, flip. What I want you guys to notice, because I'm not going to type this every single time, is that I am copying this right here over to here. So you don't really need to look at my board. You're going to look at your piece of paper and you're going to copy what it says there. Reflection. Let's see if I can get this to look a little better. There we go. Reflection. I know that when I multiply fractions, the first fraction stays the same. And the second fraction is flipped, and then I multiply. So do your best to make sure that your reflection matches my reflection as best you can. These answers will be on our answer page. I will have the reflections on there for you to use, but the reflections should truly be yours so that you can speak math. Okay, now we have moved to the bottom. Let's make sure that we review what our key concept statement is to solve equations. I could spell solve equations. There we go. Solve equations, use inverse operations. And I'm going to have a little piece of information. Inverse operations are opposite operations. If you just copy what's over here into this box, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you understand and learn what inverse means. So there you go. There's that. I'm having issues. So to solve this equation, now I've got to actually write it on a piece of paper. So to solve this equation, I'm going to remind myself that 4y, when they're next to each other like that, with no symbol, that means 4 times, that dot is times, multiply. So that's 4 times y equals 36. Remember, the key concept that we're learning is inverse operations are how you solve these equations. So what is the inverse of multiplication? Well, it is division. So I'm going to divide this side by 4, Going to divide this side by 4 because remember, we are keeping that equation equal, balanced. If I divide this side by 4, I have to divide this side by 4. So the point of doing that is because now, magically, 4 divided by 4 disappears. You're left with y on the one side. That variable is isolated. And the other side is 36 divided by 4, which I should have mastered. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So my answer is y equals 9. Please make sure that you have that in your piece of paper, and we are going to write a reflection. I know that I need to use opposite or inverse operations to keep the equation balanced. Does that have to be your written reflection? No. Does your written reflection have to be something that makes sense? Yes. Can you write IDK? No. No. You're going to give me some sort of reflection so that you understand the material, the new material that we are covering.